Hello, yogis. My name is Kristin. You are with Kick at 55 Fitness, and this is 30 minutes of yoga for athletes. We are going to work on a lot of core strength today, get into those shoulders. Really, though, focus on the core. I'm going to put you into some fun balancing poses. So make sure you have a mat. If you like to work with blocks, go ahead and grab them. Don't forget to subscribe to us and push on notifications so you can see all of our upcoming classes. And now let's get started. Today we're going to start laying along in a big full body stretch. So bring your body down to the mat, stretch your legs long, point your toes, slowly lower back, send your arms long behind you, slide those shoulder blades underneath you, and this is where we will gather our intention, focus, setting up for the next 30 minutes. Let's take a collective breath in together. Take a deep breath in, and as you do, send the right fingertips behind you and point those right toes and reach in opposite directions. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, let it go. Let's go to the other side. Inhale, left arm reaches long, left toes reach. Exhale, let it go, back to center. And now draw your knees into your chest, wrap your arms around your shins, and just a little rock side to side, getting into that sacrum. So keep the lower part of your back in contact with the mat and rock side to side. And then draw your hands underneath your knee creases and start to rock and roll the length of the mat. So lifting and lowering, nice massage for the spine. And then roll your weight all the way up, meeting in an easy seat. So crossing at your shins. And when you arrive, sitting up tall on your sit bones, we'll take a deep breath in here. And on the exhale, hinging at the hips, walk your hands forward. Forward fold in this easy seat. Take it to your edge and hold there. Inhale. Find a little more room through the belly. Exhale. Can you fold a little lower? And then walk your hands back up. Let's switch those shins out. So whichever shin was forward, just reverse it out so the other shin is forward now. But you're sitting in that easy seat, those crossed shins. Inhale as you sit up nice and tall. And on the exhale, hinging at the hips, walk your hands out again. And just take inventory of how the two sides feel different. Take a little scan of the body. Inhale here. Exhale, walk your hands forward a little further. Relax your neck. And then walk your hands back up, and let's meet in a tabletop and get into our spine. So let's come into that tabletop. Our shoulders are stacked over our wrists. Our hips are over our knees. And we'll do some cat-cows here. So inhale, sink the belly for cow. Lift through the crown of your head. Lift through your tail. Slide the shoulder blades back and open through the collarbones. Exhale for cat. Dome the back, round the back as you drop your head and tail. Push into the heel pads of your palms. Inhale again for cow. Exhale around the back for cat, dropping your head, dropping your tail. And just really start to take this to a rhythmic, moving meditation, connecting the breath to the movement. Inhaling through cow. Shining through your heart, lifting your crown, exhaling through cat. Take two more. Inhale through cow. Exhale through cat. One more here. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. And then come back to a strong tabletop. And now start to walk your hands back and just set your sit bones onto your heels. The tops of your feet are still flat. Walk your hands and keep walking them back. Let them walk back behind your body. Your fingertips are pointed forward. Plant your hands down. Your elbows are pointing straight toward the back of the room. Slide your shoulder blades back, right? And then pressing into your shins. Inhale and lift your hips up. Maybe relax your head back. Kind of feel the landscape. How does that feel for your neck? But lifting those hips, feel a little stretch through your thighs. And then exhale, gently lower your hips down, walk your hands forward, and we'll meet right back in our tabletop. We'll take one more cat-cow here. So inhale for cow. Exhale for cat, and then coming right back to our tabletop. Now, breathe in and spin that left shin so that it's off your mat. Your foot is off the mat. You're now facing the right edge of your mat. Your left arm comes right out to the side of you. Your right leg goes long. Stamp the foot down, and then the right arm reaches up and over so that bicep stacks right over your ear, and you keep your body facing the right side of the room, right? So you're in this nice supported side plank or gate pose. Breathe in here. Exhale out. And now with a lot of connection and support from that left arm on the ground, breathe in and lift that right leg up. Reach long in opposite directions, just like you did in that opening pose. Breathe in. And this time on the exhale, bend that right heel toward the glute, wrap your right hand back to grab the top of the foot, and gently bring that heel toward your glute. Use your core to stay strong in this posture and feel that stretch through your thigh. Nice. And then relax, come back down to your tabletop. Take one cat-cow just to neutralize the spine, and then we'll go to the other side. You're gonna see the back side of me. So inhale here, this time spin the right leg so that the foot comes off the mat. Your right hand is right at the top of the mat. Your left leg goes long. Your toes point forward. You're in one line facing the left side of your mat. Inhale, left arm comes up and over. That bicep stacks right over your ear. Your chest is facing that side wall. Breathe in here. Exhale out. On the next breath in, with control in the use of your core, lift that left leg up. Reach through your fingers and through the sole of your foot in the opposite direction. Breathe in here. And on the exhale, reach back as your heel comes in toward your glute. That right hand reaches for the top of that left foot and left hand, gently guide that heel in toward your glute. Feel the stretch. Use your core to hold you strong here. And then exhale without slingshotting it, lots of control. Let's shimmy back down to our tabletop. And then plant your hands just to print forward. Curl your toes under. Let's meet in downward facing dog. Send those hips up high. Relax your face. Start to pedal it out, lifting and lowering through the heels, softening your chest toward your thighs, lifting those hips toward the ceiling, drawing that belly in as if your belly button wants to kiss your spine, right? And then hollow out through the armpits and slide your shoulder blades back and down over your rib cage. And just pedal here and breathe. And then exhale and come to a place of stillness. Lower your heels down. On the next breath in, bend your knees, look to the top of your hands, and tippy-toe your feet right behind your wrist creases. Meet me in a ragdoll. So a little fold at the hips. Bring your torso down in contact with your thighs. A little bend in the knees is appropriate. Press into the ball mounds of the feet to bring your weight forward. And drop your head. Let gravity do its thing. You'll feel each vertebrae start to wiggle and find some room. Maybe you grab for opposite elbows and sway. And then come to a place of stillness. Reach your arms behind you. Interweave your fingers and send those woven fingers toward the ceiling, sliding the shoulder blades toward each other. Relax your head down. Get a little deeper in your fold here. Feel that stretch through the shoulder blades. Exhale, bring your hands to the ground. Shimmy your feet back underneath you. Hips come a little higher in this forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift, hands to the shins. Table your back, slide the shoulder blades back to open through the collarbones, right? Press into the ball mounds of the feet to bring that weight forward. Crown of your head shines forward. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, bend your knees and roll one vertebrae at a time, and then rise through your arms, pinkies facing forward for your upward salute. And take a little inventory here. Engage your thighs to lift those kneecaps up. Your pelvis is in neutral. Your core is nice and strong. Your shoulders are relaxed. Biceps are stacked by your ears. Inhale as the fingers come high. Exhale, baby back bend. Goal post the arms. Shine your heart forward. Gather strength from the glutes to support your low back. Ooh, that feels good. Inhale as you reach high. Exhale, let's swan dive down as we fold at our hips, forward fold. Breathe in, plant the palms, step back, high plank, and engage. A soft little dome to the back. Shoulders stacked over wrists, heels stacked over toes. Draw strength from the core, fire up the thighs, feel your kneecaps lift up a little, and just hold here. Neck is a nice extension of your spine. So strong, connecting with the mat. Inhale here. And on the exhale, gently lower down, sending your elbows to graze along your ribs. Come all the way down to your belly. Bring your feet flat on the ground. Sew your legs up. Engage those thighs. Feel your kneecaps lift up. And then bring your forearms underneath you. Stack your elbows underneath your shoulders. We're moving into Sphinx Pose. Press your hands into the ground so your forearms are like a number 11. Inhale, shine your heart forward and energetically drag yourself as if you're dragging your chest between your arms. Breathe in, slide the shoulder blades back, relax the shoulders down. Exhale, relax. And now send your arms, your hands, one print forward and out slightly. Dial them out. Press into your palms, into your fingers. Lift your forearms. Gather strength in your glutes, and then rise. Straighten your arms. Slide the shoulder blades. Relax, getting into a deeper seal pose here. Maybe even walk your hands up, but take stock in how your low back feels. Slide the shoulder blades back. Lengthen through your neck. Inhale. Exhale, lower back down. Give your hips a little shake. And then bring your hands right alongside your shoulders. Curl your toes under. Meet me in a high plank. And down dog. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, hop, step, travel to the top of the mat and forward fold. Let's roll through this sun salutation again. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Breathe in, root and rise, Urdhva Hastasana, that upward salute, fingers come high. Exhale, baby back bend, shine through your heart. Inhale, rise. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Breathe in, plant the palms, step or hop back into that high plank and hold. Heels stack right over the toes. Hold here, breathe in, and on the exhale, low plank or chaturanga, as it's called, or come down to your belly. Inhale through upward facing dog or cobra, choices here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, lift the right leg high. Keep that right foot flexed. Keep the hips nice and squared. Breathe in, exhale, low lunge, right leg, foot plants between the hands. Drop the left knee and top of the foot. Breathe in, kneeling warrior. Lift the fingers toward the ceiling so that right foot is at a 90-degree bend, right leg. Your hips are squared. Maybe you follow your gaze up toward your fingers. Breathe in here. And on the exhale, come back down. Now walk your hands inside of that right foot. So shimmy that right foot to the edge of your mat. Curl your back toe under, lift the left leg up, getting into a deeper lizard lunge. If you'd like to take it deeper, you can even come to your forearms here. Really intense inner thigh stretch. Breathe in. And on the exhale, if you are on your forearms, come back to your palms, and then walk your hands the length of the mat, pivoting and come into Skandasana through the left leg. So bending the left knee and straightening the right leg. Flex the right toes, rise through the chest, bring your hands to heart center, press that left elbow inside of the left thigh. Get in there, feel that stretch, beautiful. Breathe in, plant your hands, bend the right foot, walk yourself back to the top of the mat. You're back in that low lunge. Now press your left hand down, lift through the right arm for an easy twist. Be mindful to keep the weight equal in your right foot and your left hand. Inhale here, and on the exhale, pivot your heel of your left foot down. So you're on your outer edge of your left foot, and then draw a half circle toward the back of the room with your right hand. Follow it with your gaze. Keep your hips up. Keep your core engaged. Horizon lunge. Inhale, circle back to the low lunge. Plant your hands. Send your right leg high, three-legged dog. Stack your hips, bend your knee. Take a circle. And take a circle the other way. And then drop your leg down, down dog. Nice. Let's go to the other side through this lunging salutation. Inhale, lift that left leg high. Keep those hips nice and squared. Exhale, low lunge. Drop the right knee, top of foot, rise through your fingertips, kneeling warrior. Send your gaze up as you reach your fingers high, pinkies forward. Breathe in here. Exhale, both hands come down inside of the left foot. Curl the back toe under, lift that right leg, lizard lunge. Maybe you come down to your forearms and get deeper here. Hold for the stretch. And then exhale. If you are on your forearms, come back to your palms. Start to walk your hands the length of your mat. Bend your knees. Come to a wide-legged forward fold. Bend through Skandasana. Right knee is bent, so you're squatting through that right leg. Left leg is straight and flexing through the toes. Bring your hands to heart center. Maybe you can get that right heel down or put a towel under it, whatever works for you. Press into your palms, that right elbow inside of that right thigh for a deeper inner thigh stretch. Shine through your chest, breathe in here. And on the exhale, plant the hands. Start to bend that left leg as you walk back up toward the top of your mat. Come back into that low lunge. Press through the right hand. Send the left arm high for that easy twist. And then exhale, horizon lunge. Take your marker, draw that half circle as you come onto the outer edge of your right foot. Keep the hips up, keep the chest open. Inhale as you circle back to low lunge. Send that left leg high, three-legged dog. Open up the hips, bend the knee, give it a circle, and a circle the other way. And meet me in a down dog. Let's move forward. Inhale, bend the knees, look to the top of the mat. Exhale, travel. Forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold. Breathe in, chair pose. Adjust your feet for what's good for your hips. Send your hips down as you lift through your torso. Send your fingertips high. Those hips are coming down over your heels. Belly is nice and drawn in. Biceps are by your ears. Inhale here. Exhale, forward fold down. Now plant your hands and lift your heels. Come onto your tippy toes, and when you're all the way there, keep your tippy toes and then lower your heels. Keep your chest engaged with your thighs and meet me in a tight little ball here. Wrap your arms around your shins. And take a deep breath in, my friends. Feel that stretch through your upper back. Breathe in. Exhale out. Nice. And then gently rock down onto your heels and lower all the way down. Have a seat. And then we'll meet in a boat pose, Navasana. So lifting through the feet. You're here in a high boat. Bring your arms out, keeping strong through the chest, and then lower down to low boat, lifting through high boat, lowering down, and lifting. Working into the abs now because we want to touch base with those abs. We're going to use them for some of our balancing poses. So staying here, high boat, exhale, low boat, inhale, high boat, exhale, low boat, inhale. Let's do 2 more. High boat, exhale, low boat, inhale. One more time, high boat and low boat. Lower all the way down, draw your knees in, and rock and roll the length of your mat. Come back up to that little ball and forward fold. Nice. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, send the right leg back, low lunge. Now this time we'll move from that low lunge. From your low lunge, bring your hands to heart center. Inhale here, exhale, Skandasana onto the right leg squats down, left leg is long. Inhale, crescent lunge. Left leg is long, or left leg is bent, 90-degree angle, square the hips, long through that right leg. And being our first one, take a minute here, get strong. Focus on the glutes, square the hips, arms are high, that heel is stacked over the back toe. Holding here, breathe in. And on the exhale, talk forward, airplane the arms, pressing into your front left foot. Breathe in, and on the exhale, warrior 3. Kick off the right foot, launch into warrior 3. Take a moment, find your drishti so that you can balance. Meet me in that warrior 3. Tone up the belly, square the hips. Neck is a nice long line, extension of your spine. Hold here for 1 more breath in. And on the exhale, standing split. Bring your hands down as your right leg travels upward. Keep that inner thigh spinning toward the back of the room to keep your hips nice and squared. And then exhale, bring your feet to meet at the top of the mat. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold. Now, yogis, find your peace fingers. So take your thumbs and your pointer fingers, wrap them around your toes. Inhale as you lengthen through your arms. Exhale, forward fold. Send your elbows out to the sides of the room as you draw your nose toward your knees. Your feet, your fingers should be trying to lift your big toes up, and your big toes are stamping into the ground, creating a deeper forward fold here. Breathe in, find some room through the midsection. Exhale, fold a little deeper. And then inhale, halfway lift. Hang on to those toes, lengthen. Exhale 1 more time, forward fold. Those elbows come out. And then release your grip. Inhale, plant the hands, send the left leg back. Meet me in that low lunge. So you're here in that low lunge, right leg is forward. Gather strength through the core, bring your hands to heart center, breathe in, and on the exhale, Skandasana into that left leg. Right leg is long, flex the toes. Breathe in, crescent lunge, right leg is forward, so spin that back foot so that heel stacks over the toe, square the hips, get long through that back leg, nice 90-degree angle through that front leg, fire up your thighs, your glutes, your core. Holding here, breathe in, and on the exhale, airplane the arms, lean forward. Take 1 more breath, find your drishti, and on the exhale, launch into warrior 3. Take your time arriving. Softest little micro bend through that right knee. Square the hips off. Draw strength in the belly. Holding here. If you lose your balance, that's okay. Exhale, standing split. Hands come down to the ground. Left leg reaches high. Nice. And then bring your feet to meet at the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step back into a high plank and either take that vinyasa, high to low plank, or come down to your belly. Inhale through upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to add on here and move into some more balancing poses using that core. Inhale, lift that right leg high. Exhale, sweep it through, crescent lunge, rising right away. This time we'll go into that Skandasana, but from our crescent lunge. So breathe in here, hands to heart center, exhale, Skandasana into that left leg. A little more power. Breathe in, warrior two, front leg is bent. Stamp down through the front leg. That back leg stays pivoted out, push into that outer edge. Hips are down, sit bones down, hip points up, arms are out. That knee is tracking over the mid-toe, holding here. Breathing in. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And then exhale, let's pivot back into warrior two. And then pivot that back foot and meet me again in crescent lunge. So just a little pivot. Gather strength. That right leg is still forward. Inhale here. And on the exhale, we'll move into a one-legged mountain. So just like you did in warrior three, that right leg is strong. Inhale, exhale, left leg comes high. Find your drishti, find your balance. Firm up through the belly, square the hips. And now from here, you're going to move into a balance pose. I want you to take your left hand and then just snake it inside of your left thigh. Find those peace fingers again and reach for that big toe, just like you did. And then inhale, find your balance and send that left leg nice and long, straighten up. And then if you want to bring that right hand out for balance, maybe even take that left leg out to the side, holding here. Nice. Breathe in. Exhale, bring it back to center. Again, keep that left leg bent, stay in that one-legged mountain. Inhale here. And on the exhale, send it back, crescent lunge, airplane arms. Beautiful. Now, simply bring the hands down to the ground. You're back in your low lunge. You're going to move that right leg, foot off to the side of the mat. Press the left hand into the center of the mat. Just like you did in horizon lunge, pivot that left outer edge of the foot down and meet me in a side plank. So that right leg comes over on top, stacks, and you're here in your side plank. We'll take a couple, thread the needles. So inhale as you reach high. Exhale, right arm reaches under. Use that left oblique to lift up your hips. Lift the arm again. And reach. Lift. And reach. Let's take two more. Here. One more time. Here. Beautiful. Pivot back to your high plank. And downward facing dog. Nice. Take a breath in and a breath out. We'll go to the other side. Inhale, lift that left leg high. Exhale, sweep it through, crescent lunge. Rise through your crescent lunge. Breathe in here. Exhale, Skandasana into the right leg. Inhale, warrior two. Left leg is forward now. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, back to warrior two. Pivot the back foot, meet me in a crescent lunge. Hold here, inhale. Exhale, one-legged mountain, right leg comes high. And now that right arm sneaks through, peace fingers grab for that big toe, and then slowly straighten that right leg out. That left arm comes out to the side. Holding here for balance. Maybe you open up, take that leg out to the side. Inhale. Back to center. Gently let go, but keep that one-legged mountain. Inhale here. Exhale, step it back. Crescent lunge, airplane arms. Drop your hands down. Shimmy the left leg over. Right hand comes right center of the mat. Pivot the right outer foot down. Meet me in side plank. That left leg stacks on the right. And we'll thread the needle here. So it's reach under, reach high. Reach under using that right oblique. Reach high. Let's go 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Come back to center. Downward facing dog. We are moving into our peak pose, my friends. It's a challenge, one that sometimes I don't stick myself, so we'll give it a go. It's all about challenges. We've worked our abs, moving into a balancing pose here. So we're in our down dog. Inhale, lift. Let's go left leg. Lift that left leg high. Breathe in. And on the exhale, sweep it through. Low lunge. Now, shimmy the left leg out. Press into that right hand. Now this time, just like you did with your peace fingers, you're going to wrap them around, left hand around your left big toe. You're pressing into your right hand. When you are ready, you're going to pivot that heel down of the right leg, and with your left hand around the toe, engage your abs to lift that left leg up into a one-legged side plank or Ekapada Vasisthasana. So we're here. Right hand pushes into the ground, pivot the right foot down, engage the core, engage the hips, and then with the peace fingers around the left big toe, start to lift it up and balance. And then slowly come back down. Woo, shake it out. Nice. Send it back. Down dog. Let's go to the other side. Woo. Inhale, lift that right leg high. Exhale. Sweep it through. Low lunge. Bring that right foot out a little bit. Left hand presses in the center of the mat. Right peace fingers around that right big toe. Inhale, pivot the left outer edge of the foot down. Start to gather the strength through your core, through your hip, and then that right peace finger, engage with that right toe. Begin to lift it, meeting in a side plank, Ekapada style. And then exhale, let it go. And there's a lot to work on there. My form isn't perfect, but that's the fun of yoga, is coming back to it and the challenge. I also like getting into that pose. That way it's a lot of fun. Beautiful. So right leg comes high, down dog. And let's take a minute to stretch out here. Oh gosh. Meet me down on your knees. And then simply fold over at your belly. Bring the top of your head down. Bring your hands behind you. Meet me in an embryo pose. Take a breath in. And exhale out. And then walk yourself forward. Come all the way down onto your belly, but back into that Sphinx pose. Bring your arms underneath you, right? So they're a number 11. And then slide that right leg up so it's at a 90-degree angle. And then take your left hand, reach under to grab for that right knee. Lower that left shoulder down, bring that right arm up and over. So a different way to get into our twist here. And breathe in. Exhale out. And come back to center. Gather your hands at the top of the mat as a pillow for your forehead. Shake out your hips. And we'll go to the other side. So stacking your arms underneath you again in your Sphinx. Send that left leg out on a 90-degree angle. And then take that right hand, Fish it underneath the left arm to the left knee. Roll the right shoulder down. Bring that left arm up and over and twist. Getting into the low back. Breathe in. Exhale out. And yogis, let's from here just roll straight onto your back. Draw your knees in toward your armpits, the tops of your feet toward the ceiling. Maybe you reach here for the soles of your feet, the outer edges, and meet me in a happy baby, and take any sort of playful movements that you want here. And then slowly lower your arms down, your legs, setting up for your final rest, your Shavasana. And set yourself up with as much care in your Shavasana as your other poses. So just gently bring your limbs down. Let's take one last collective breath in. And exhale out. Shavasana. And now, yogis, I'd like you to stay in your Shavasana here. Our time is up, so I'm going to sign off. This has been 30 minutes of Yoga for Athletes. It's been a fun journey moving into Ekapada Vasisthasana, that side plank in that balance. Namaste. Okay, friends, that's all the time we have today. This has been 30 minutes of Yoga for Athletes. My name is Kristin. We are Kick It 55 Fitness. Please subscribe to us and push on notifications so you can see all of our upcoming workouts. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. We will see you on your mat soon.
Remember, subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on push notifications so you know when our next workout posts.